Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a watch party, so I'm going to be reacting live. I haven't seen this before, which is the series of this documentary that I filmed with Channel 4, where basically we talk about how we got started in property and the things that we was able to do and the things we had to do to achieve what we've done today in property. This series is called Untold Can I Own a Property in My 20s? So this is live and direct. I've put off actually watching it. I've received so many messages from different people and family members telling me that they've seen me on TV, they've seen the advert, and they're looking forward to seeing it, and so much good positive reviews about it. So I'm going to go straight into this and we're going to watch this live. I can't lie to you, I am scared. I'm super scared. I've been so anxious about it because I don't know how they're going to portray me in the media, but I was true to myself, and let's just see what happens. So starting off, it's not too long. I thought it'd be longer, and I thought it'd be longer. It's only half an hour, which isn't too bad. We shot across 2 days, so it's so interesting to see how much they was able to get in 30 minutes. But yeah, let's tune in.
What in the actual F is going on with the housing and rental at the moment?
We're in a housing crisis and rent prices are through the roof.
They're trying to rent out a tiny studio flat for $1,200 a month.
Young people are bearing the brunt of an out-of-control market. It's a nightmare getting onto the property ladder, with the average deposit being over 50k.
It feels like you're completely powerless to do anything about it.
It now takes, on average, a decade for first-time buyers to save enough for a deposit.
The fact that people can't save because they're paying expensive rents, the whole situation is tough.
And the hardest hit are black people, with only 30% owning their own homes.
When it comes to getting onto the property ladder, they don't have the benefit of the bank of mum and dad. Many of them don't have the benefit of inheritance.
I genuinely think young people are pushed at this point where they don't feel like, getting up and going to work and saving is enough. We've seen that it's not enough.
However, there's a new generation of black entrepreneurs taking back control and defying the odds.
Okay, I knew where this was going when they were talking about how hard it is to get onto the property ladder. And again, getting onto the property is very hard in a residential sense. And the biggest trouble and biggest problem around that, actually, I wouldn't say is the deposits, is actually the multipliers for your income. So if you're looking to purchase a property and the average income is around £30,000 and you're only getting 4.5 times your salary, so 4.5, you're looking at around £135,000 that you're able to borrow from the bank. That's your maximum. So that's where the biggest struggle actually comes from, and again, from being able to save up. But if you're looking to save up, that is always manageable. But if you're not earning enough, you're just never going to be able to own a property. So it's funny that I saw them paint that narrative at the beginning, because that was expected, but I remember talking about things like this and how it's different. But let's see.
And creating companies which are making an absolute fortune in the property market.
I look kind of cool. I do like this video.
So that is 2 million in the last 2 years. Over the next 2 years, looking to do 5 to 10 million.
Property has changed my life. I make about 36k.
They had to put that in there. Let's just take it.
Looking to do 5 to 10 million.
Property has changed my life.
I don't go to the gym for
make about 36k gross a month for my properties. My portfolio is about £4.5 million.
I was very lucky to be able to get on the property ladder. There is a huge amount of pressure on us right now to figure out how we're going to secure our housing situation. But there are young people out there that are smashing it. Not only do they have one property, they have a portfolio of properties.
I wonder,
what is my holiday pictures got to do with this? I'm just saying. But they're cool photos. But just watching it now, what has it got to do with this?
whether this type of property flipping can be as easy as it seems. Is this the route to financial freedom for more young people? Or just another get-rich-quick scheme we're all so used to seeing online?
I believe I'm still playing very small. There'll be a time where I am doing billion-pound projects. I really do believe that. I'm just scratching the surface.
Come on. I love that talk.
What's good, people? Let's check out my latest 1 to 2 bedroom conversion.
I mean, it is impossible to even consider getting your foot onto the property ladder as a young person, let alone becoming a landlord and having a portfolio of properties and turning this into a business and making money from it. I feel like these guys on TikTok know something that we do not know.
Young black people are realising that they can be the difference, they can change the trajectory, and that can be achieved through property.
Like many homeowners, I bought...
Just 1 minute, sorry guys. I just love seeing so many black faces here that have personally helped me in my journey as well. Like even just watching Teo there, I remember when I was watching him whilst I was at uni, in my university accommodation, just watching his journey and how he started, and so energetic, and yeah, it's just so good to see.
My flat by saving up and getting a standard mortgage, but these young people are buying their properties outright by swerving mortgage lenders and...
Guys, look at the refurb though. Let's take a moment for the refurb. The herringbone pattern flooring, the open plan kitchen, the two-tone kitchen. Let's just take a minute. I'm proud of this one.
Raising capital elsewhere.
I have raised over £500,000 for my property deals.
I think social media has changed the property investment landscape massively.
Today I'm going to be breaking down to you guys how I make $8,000.
So I have spotted this guy, Ethan, on TikTok. He's a big businessman.
What's good,
Big businessman, you know? Okay, sorry.
people? My name's Ethan, property entrepreneur based in South London.
He's doing really well for himself, so I'm going to drop him a DM because I am itching to find out more. Ethan's created a buzz on social media as a property mogul.
My favourite room is an open plan living space with a two-tone kitchen, herringbone pattern flooring, and it's looking like 40 grand profit. Link in my bio for the full blueprint.
He grew up on a Croydon council estate, but today owns multiple properties. How did it...
Hey, you got that. Look, even the sound of when I was waving the keys. This is so funny, but this is true. This is where I grew up. Humble beginnings.
25-year-old get to own 7 properties and live a luxury life on social media. Ethan, how you doing?
Daisy, nice to meet you. Very nice to see you.
I'm in your neck of the...
Guys, when I was recording this, I was freezing cold. Just saying, I was super cold. So if I look uncomfortable at some points, it's because I'm absolutely freezing my socks off. I'm pretty sure in the next shot, I had to put my jumper up because I couldn't.
Woods.
Yes, exactly.
And I hear you're the property king.
Landlord.
Buy-to-let property influencers are increasingly popular on TikTok and on other social media platforms, preaching the virtues of passive income. But is it all that it's cracked up to be?
So that is 2 million in the last 2 years. Over the next 2 years, looking to do 5 to 10 million and just, keep on going.
That's true.
Property has been Ethan's ticket to the high life. From high-end restaurants and private members clubs to booking bougie getaways.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Bear in mind, yeah. I was talking about the network that's been able to open up for me when I'm talking about nice restaurants. Yes, I like to go to nice restaurants now because I like to expose my mind to more wealth to inspire me more. But when we're talking about private members club and all those things like that, those are things that those are the rooms that I've been able to enter through just networking and through networking with potential investors who have seen my content coming through. Not to say that I've got all these connections and I'm in all these private clubs. Just saying, man. Just saying.
Eva's got wheels. This is very nice. To be owning property in London and to have a car as well is a bit crazy at 25 years old. Is the lifestyle appealing to you?
Just saying, yeah, you can see how I'm laughing because when I'm in awkward situations, all I do is just laugh. I'll be completely honest, I love nice things and I do want nice things in life, but I don't let that lead. That's not my why. That's not my purpose. I wouldn't say that's my reasons as to why I do what I do. These are things that I'm just able to acquire through. They're like added benefits and bonuses that I do enjoy. Not to say I don't enjoy them. But again, these aren't the reason. That wouldn't be my main reason. So I don't like to center it around that. But
Does it make you work harder?
Yeah, of course. I like nice things. I'm into cars.
Yeah.
You know, when you're going to your first nice restaurant uptown and you eat and you see how they treat you, it's like, wow, I'd love to be treated like this every day at every restaurant that I go to.
Ethan's taking me to see a flat he's recently made an offer on and hopes to add to his growing property portfolio.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is only available to cash buyers.
Being a cash buyer, you can buy any kind of property because you've got no third party to answer to, like a bank. So a lot of the time you'll find that a lot of mortgage lenders won't lend on a property with a short lease or lend on a property that's non-standard construction. Whereas as a cash buyer, you're able to buy whatever you want.
So this is the kitchen. It's a 1-bedroom flat, but it's got potential. So
It's nice. It's something that I personally was looking for in a property when I was buying. I really found it important to have my kitchen separate from my living room.
Funny enough that you actually said
Are you
that.
not going to agree? Are you not going to agree?
You see a separate kitchen, you're like, yes, I can cook in peace. I see a separate kitchen saying, yes, that's another bedroom. So that is how I'm going to create value in this property. So where the potential actually is within this property is the loft space. So I'm going to be doing a loft conversion on this property. It's going from a 1-bedroom to a 3-bedroom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the living space in that area there. But then the kitchen's just going to be running across this back wall here, essentially.
See it. How much did you get this for?
I got this for 140.
Shut up. And let's just clarify as well, just for the sake of people watching, we are in London.
Yeah, so it's...
yeah, this is cheap as chips, guys. This is full YouTube video going to be on this when I clip the keys. But yeah, this is super cheap and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one, but super cheap. And I'm looking forward to actually doing this one.
What do you hope to sell it for?
I'm looking at like an end value excess of like 300,000.
So where did you get the money for this one?
I'm not too sure yet. So I'll be reaching out on my social media, essentially trying to raise the funds for this. So I've already committed myself to this deal. So I know I have to make it work.
That feels like a daunting process to go into.
Like I've done it a few times, but there are times where like you do have the sleepless nights.
Ethan has a database of investors and is experienced in taking calculated risks. However, putting an offer in without having the available funds could result in losing the property.
I'm blowing my cover like that. Oh, man. That's what I do, though. I have to commit first, and then you make it happen. I always say commit and creativity will follow.
And any money you've spent trying to get the deal over the line.
So growing up here, Ethan, what made you want to become a landlord?
I'd say year 7, I moved to like a school in a like really affluent area, and I went to one of my friends' houses for the first time. And as soon as I stepped in, and it was like one of the fattest houses I'd ever seen, and I said, "Whoa! Like, what do your parents do?" And he said his dad was a developer. And then ever since then, that's always been at the back of my mind. Like, yes, if I want to live in a house like this, property is where I need to get into.
Ethan's been posting on Instagram and YouTube for the past 3 years, highlighting his expertise in the property market and building his own brand.
When I speak to older...
Wait, guys, take a look. Look at me doing the Harlem Shake. I'm so funny.
He's in the property market and building his own brand.
When I speak to older developers and landlords and I say, yeah, I've raised capital via social media, they're like, what in the world is going on? And that is through like building a personal brand and just building social credibility and just showing to other people that you are an investable person. So I've been able to raise like hundreds of thousands of pounds through social media.
Ethan has built up several trusted investors that he knows personally. He also carries out formal background checks to avoid any scams or money laundering. Both investors and developers are at risk and should always seek advice from a financial conduct authority registered professional.
And you got a property down here, did you say?
Yeah, I got a property on this road.
Ethan doesn't put any of his own money into any of these properties or lives in them. Once he's bought a property, it's a lengthy process before he sees a penny of profit. He must wait for the refurb to be completed, then needs to find a buyer who's happy to purchase it at its new price.
I cannot believe this guy has a portfolio of properties from investors that have slid into his DMs offering him money. To me, that is madness.
They're offering me money for good return and a good relationship. But yeah, if you've got money and you want to slide into my DMs, then you know what to do. As seen on Channel 4.
But Ethan is far from alone. Young mum Esther is at an earlier stage of her property journey and is working towards building a pool of investors who are prepared to invest their money into her venture. She already has one buy-to-let property, but how do you go about growing a portfolio from the ground up? So Esther, what sort of property are you into?
The smellier the better.
The smelly ones.
The smelly ones.
The doer-uppers.
The doer-uppers.
So you are really into like renovation. And are you flipping these properties or are you renting them out?
My preferred strategy is to keep them.
Okay.
So the strategy is called BRR. Buy, refurbish, rent, refinance.
What is BRR and how does it work? So typically when a lot of developers buy a property, they'll buy it, refurb it, and they'll sell it, so it ends there. However, with this particular strategy, the investor is hoping to retain the property. The bank will typically give you a loan that is 75% of what your asset is worth. And that's why a lot of people describe it as recycling your cash, because you refinance your money back out and then go and do it all over again. And it's quite a good strategy for people that are looking to build a portfolio.
Esther, what got you into property? Where did your interest come from?
So I actually started while I was on maternity leave.
Okay.
I'm a nurse by background. As you know, there's like always news on like nurses are overworked, underpaid, don't have much time. Whereas whilst I was on maternity leave, I had time to kind of think like, okay, if outside being a nurse, what would I actually do?
I guess getting into property,
One thing about Esther is super inspiring. She's also part of the Master Key Advantage group, Mastermind, and just hearing her story and how hard she works alongside having kids, a family and everything, super, super inspiring. There's always something that you can learn from other people.
It's always positioned as being, a time-consuming thing. How did you manage to do this on maternity leave?
I think my attitude is, it is difficult, yes. It wasn't easy. I had to do long drives to the properties with my 2-year-old and my newborn. There were times where the baby's crying, I've had to stop and breastfeed and continue. That's not easy, but it had to be done.
Esther uses Instagram to attract initial investors to her rental properties. They provide the capital for her to make the initial purchase and refurbishments. She looks to attract multiple investors, some putting in as little as $5,000, all the way up to the full value of the property.
What is in it for the investor? Walk me through the process that you will explain to them.
You have your funds sitting in a bank account doing absolutely nothing. If it stayed there for a year, it would lose value to inflation. Whereas if you invested...
So many pitfalls. I wonder why the property game is still so desirable. So I've come back to meet Ethan, Esther, and this growing community of property entrepreneurs to find out more.
Hello. How you doing?
How you doing? Come in.
Hey.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Why do you think we are seeing a rise in young black people getting into property?
So the more and more people are doing it, the more and more knowledge is out. People are becoming more aware and they just want to get involved.
Mm-hmm. I think social media has played a part as well because you see like a lot of people who look like you doing property, so it feels more accessible.
Obviously, I've known Aaron and Ethan for like 7-8 years now. It's like I'm completely inspired, because it's like I was that, young black boy growing up in, East London, like in a very deprived environment, let's say. And it's like no one in my family, own property like that. So it's like, and then being around, them and seeing what they're doing, it's like completely inspiring, and it's now inspired me to go on my own journey.
What do you think some of the barriers are that are stopping people from getting involved?
I would number one say self-limiting beliefs. Again, if you don't see anyone that looks like you doing it, you don't automatically think you can do it.
There is a familiarity with what these young black property developers and landlords are doing, particularly in the way that they are investing in their own community and supporting each other. It kind of reminds me of something that my parents' generation did growing up, which is common with Caribbean families. And I think it kind of stems back from the Windrush generation when they came over to the UK. They didn't have access to banking services. They were not being supported. They couldn't go to the bank and ask for a loan. And so they teamed up with their community to raise funds as a collective. This ideology has trickled down through the generations within these communities. Is it so incredible to see that spirit within a community wanting to see each other win?
However, nowadays, being a landlord can be promoted as a property hack, but it's not a quick fix. There's a huge amount of responsibility.
Yes, so that was it. To conclude, I'm actually quite happy with the way they portrayed us in that documentary. I was really scared about that, but I think we came across very well. Our ambitions are quite clear and it doesn't come across as greedy because we're actually trying to solve a problem and we are very passionate about what we're doing and trying to reach a level of standard in our properties. So I'm happy that they was able to demonstrate one of my done up properties as well so that they can see the type of homes that I'm actually producing for people, which was really good. So overall, I'm quite happy with that. I'm not going to read the comments because I know in the comments they're going to be, yeah, I'm not even going to bother myself reading the comments. I'm going to do myself a favor. Thank everyone at Channel 4 ITV Proper Content Productions for giving me this opportunity to be able to showcase my skills and showcase what I've been able to achieve in the last few years. So really happy about that. If you're new to this channel, make sure you go back and watch everything that I've been going because I've been documenting everything for the past 2.5 years, 3 years. So if you want to get involved, just click any of the links below and find out more information how you can also get involved. But that from me, that's it. Next video, I should be coming out with some keys and taking you through a whole nother journey with me on developing a new property. So for now, thank you. Just like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts of the whole channel, of the whole documentary in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.